Don't buy a Mac, don't buy a MacBook Pro because Apples are better than PC. Buy a MacBook Pro if that's the tool you need to do your job. Different operating systems, different tools. My MacBook Pros have been awesome laptops. Apple does trackpads very, very well. They can't make a mouse to save their life, but boy do they do trackpads well. I love using MacBook Pros for laptops. You don't have to buy a MacBook Pro to get a decent laptop. You just have to spend more than $700 to get a decent laptop. If you're spending above $700, you're probably going to hit that line that you need for your processor and for your memory. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of people who will disagree in the Mac PC debate. I don't like fanboys on either side, and I can argue the benefits of both. Think about what you're trying to accomplish. Think about what you're going to do. If you're buying a laptop, spend above $700, and you're probably going to be happy with your purchase. I do photography, I do videography. I don't do that on my Mac. I do that on my PC because I built my PC to be able to handle the processing. Well, you have to use a Mac if you're going to do video or audio, or no, you don't. You don't have to use a Mac if you're going to do that. Use what you're comfortable with. If you have never used a computer and you're not comfortable with any computers, I will tell you that the Mac operating system is a lot more accessible to beginner users. If you've always used Windows, stick with Windows. You're comfortable with it and still spend above $700 on your laptop. Don't buy the $200 Blue Light Kmart special laptop and then be surprised that it didn't last more than a year. Dells are great. Dells I can usually replace components in. The reason Apple's support is so good is because they make all their own components so they can do everything. Dell and HP support doesn't have to be good because they have a lot of people who can support. Apple support does have to be great because you have to be certified to work on an Apple. That has nothing to do with the operating system, nothing to do with the computer, nothing to do with the laptop, nothing to do with the hardware. What are you trying to accomplish? Don't spend the $1,200 on a MacBook Pro if you don't need a MacBook Pro. Use the proper tools for the job you need done. If you need to hammer in a nail, I'm not going to hand you a screwdriver. If you need to put a screw in the wall, I'm not going to hand you a hammer. Use the proper tools for the job you need done. And when you're looking at a laptop, spend more than $700.